is she doing?
I started by petting his face and, just getting him used to it. Then I was rubbing the rope all over him, just making him comfortable with the rope. Rubbing his belly, rubbing his back, swinging on to the other side, touching his other side of his back, giving him constant reassuring that he was going to be okay. He tried to step, so I pulled his face into me, and then, well, you see what happens. He does listen a little too well, and I have to correct him a bit to stay still. I make sure to let go of that halter so he knows not to keep following me. I swung it over him. Oh, we had a bit of a reaction when I started swinging the rope, so I swung it some more. And the entire time. And then he was a sweet angel when I was lunging him. Yes, the lunge line was tight, but it was a short lunge line. But he was really sweet. And then I tried to get on, and he was acting a bit nervous and spooky and didn't want to let me on it first. But he did good. We walked off immediately. Then we started trotting. We did walk both ways. And then we stopped so I could fix his head stall because it was way too big. I had to tighten it. And then we started back trotting. Doing great. I wasn't sitting very well in this trot. It was a little bouncy today. We're trotting some more. We switched directions. Doing great. He was being a little jumpy this day, but didn't think too much about it. I was talking to the person on the camera, and out of nowhere he got a wild hair.
Damn!
After that, I went to go retrieve my horse. I had to put my boot back on. And, well, he started running for me, and that was a heck of a time. I caught him, but he pulled away very quickly and caused a bit of a rope burn on my hand, and he just kept running and running. I was trying to get my split rein.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
He was being a bit of a pain. He just kept running, switching directions. I finally caught him, and I switched him to a halter. I have him backing up because he did not want me on him. And again, bit of a butt. That day, he was acting a bit of a fool. He was a little fresh. He did just buck off his owner, so I had to come back and ride him again. He was doing great. He let me halter him. No issues. No. Didn't jump at me haltering or anything. I was messing with his ears a little bit. Then I was lunging again, and, it was going okay. He was kind of dragging me around, being a bit of a pain, until out of nowhere, he pulled loose again. And I kind of just sat there and let him run a little bit, try to see if he calms down. He finally let me catch him again, and then I decided to try to get him off the lead rope and try to get back on. This was my first attempt of trying to get back on. I was adjusting my reins, and you've seen him step away, and he's playing with the bit. I did keep the halter on, and there he is walking away. We tried again in the middle of the arena. He did let me step into the stirrup, but he started walking off. Tried again, kept walking off. I wanted him to stay still for me to fully get on, just in case he went to acting a fool again. You see him, he headbutted the fence, and I was still trying to get on. But I kind of stood there with my foot in the stirrup for a second. I jumped. Yes, I did slap him, but to be fair, his butt had me cornered against the panel, and that was not safe, especially with him already trying to buck and kick. I kind of let him take off. He was causing a bit of a fool of himself, making him look like an unbroke horse. Here I am trying again to get on him. I was petting his neck. The second I go to put my foot in the stirrup, he walks away. I was just messing with the stirrup. Again, foot near the stirrup, he walked away. He repeated this process quite a lot until, I kind of decided I didn't know what I was going to do, so I went and got some help. And I had my foot in the stirrup, and he was standing there like a good boy. He was doing very, very good. I got my leg over, and I got on him. I walked him in a circle a few times. I was trying to get him to stop here, but he didn't really want to stop. So we just kept walking a little bit. Didn't really want to do too much since he done bucked me off. And that was a pretty painful wound I had. But I decided to get back on anyway, and I was just riding him, just walking in circles. We didn't do nothing more than a walk. Walk this direction a few laps, and then, I called it a day because I didn't really want to do too much, considering he was feeling a bit fresh and I did not have the right way to handle it at the time, I guess. I was trying, I really did, but I just walked him and walked until I called it a day. Here's the slow-mo clip of him bucking me off. It was more like 2 big hops, and then I bailed off and caught the fence, and then, well,